Welcome to the 2023 Manila International Auto Show. We just got here and we wanted to do our intro actually just outside. But unfortunately, with the amount of people that are here, and rain, mind you, it's ridiculously impossible. So we started inside the hall itself. Now, there's a lot of cars to cover. We might not be able to get to all of them, but we're going to do our very, very best. Jack, can we go, please? There's so many. Let's go. BYD, the only brand at the 2023 MIAs that has a display of nothing but EVs. In fact, it's got one of the more affordable EVs that on display, which is the Dolphin. Now, if you want a taste of the future without having to pay too much, this would be your guy. This is the Dolphin, as I mentioned, has got a 400-kilometer range, and it comes in at just a little over 1.6 million Philippine pesos, which is really a very good option for those that are looking to jump into the EV step, if you know what I mean. More premium from BYD is the Tang. This comes in at 3,698,000 Philippine pesos. This is the Tang, and I gotta tell you, the specifications under the hood are nuts. You've got 500 horses, 600 Newton meters of torque, and it can do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just under 5 seconds. If you think that's impressive, now what you find in there, you also find the exact same thing underneath the Han EV. So again, you've got 500 horses and 600 Newton meters of torque, which means that this thing can actually propel itself faster. It can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just under 4 seconds. To be exact, about 3 points and change. So I can tell you this, that Solar Group, the group that handles BYD, is actually getting in touch with AutoDeal, and they want us to drive these cars as soon as possible. And boys and girls, I can't wait to get my hands on these machines. Now with Chang'an cars, we do have some experience, specifically with the CS35 and the CS55. But the bit I'm interested in are the two more high-end cars. They may only be in indent, but they're actually very, very good looking. Over here, you've got the Uni-T. Now, this car is priced at just above 1,700,000 Philippine pesos. The dimensions are that closer of that to a Mazda CX-30, where it's a compact crossover and it's raised with some really great body lines on it. Underneath the hood, I can tell you to head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph to get the exact specifications of what it is that you're looking for. But before that, I need to tell you that this car is under indent orders only. Same with this, the Uni-K. It's a very unique looking automobile, isn't it? With the grille up front and again, more lines down the side. Now this automobile, the size of it is closer to that of a Mazda CX-5. Now I'm using Mazda as a reference here because the prices are not all that attainable, so to speak, much more like the CS35 and the CS55. This particular model comes in at just over 2,700,000 Philippine pesos. Again, for more specifications, head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph and find out exactly why these cars actually command these prices. Also, let us know in the comments below if you think that these cars deserve a test drive by us, meaning me and Jack, to figure out exactly just why they're so expensive. And as a bonus at the Chang'an booth, they brought this car, the very first CS35 that they brought into the country. You can tell because the sticker up on front is 001. Now what they've done with this car to prove the durability of it is that they decided to run it and do some tests on it, like run it 100,000 kilometers in a span of just over a year, which is something you do in about 5 years. And then they decided to run the car, not just for 24 hours, but for 24 hours straight over a period of 17 days. And then they got some idiot to actually talk about it on screen. If you don't believe me, believe that guy, because he knows what he's talking about. I don't. Not me, him. So the Ford Territory, the 2023 Territory, this is the Titanium X. As promised, it has been launched. Now when I say as promised, because we actually have a walk around of this particular model right here. I can confirm that it has been officially launched and it's now hitting the dealerships nationwide and also on AutoDeal.com.ph, where you can try the Get Code button for absolutely free to get your hands on this thing as soon as possible. Now, this wasn't the only thing that Ford launched at the 2023 Manila International Auto Show. They also launched, well, previewed something else. Allow me to show you. Without any fanfare, without telling anyone, without any press releases, they decided to unveil this. Obviously, it's the Raptor in AutoDeal orange, no doubt. We have no specifications, we have no date, we have no idea how exactly it got here. They just basically left us hanging. That's Earl's joke, that's not mine. But basically, they say, we figured that it's obviously gonna come soon. When exactly, as I mentioned, no idea. But it is very exciting. Everybody here is like super excited about it. It's nuts. This is one of the cars that really excited me when it first came out, the MPOW. Now, we have a review of the GB on our YouTube channel. This, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here, the GE. What sets it apart? Well, they've got some other attachments on it and whatnot, garnishes and whatnot. It's also got paddles on the inside. And then the color. This is an extremely unique color. This is fighter green, and I love it. Tune in to our YouTube channel because we do have a review of the GB, but I promise you, I will get my hands on the GE very, very soon. Now, also from GAC, as you'd expect with a lot of very different lines, apart from the MPOW, is the MCOO. Now, when I say different lines, and I mean it, up front, very, very different. At the rear, very, very different as well. It is a 5-seater crossover. Underneath, you've got a 1.5-liter gasoline engine that produces roughly about 170 horses and 250 plus Newton meters of torque. Now, what it can do on the road, I don't know. Will it ever come to our streets? Well, that's exactly why it's here. When we're gonna get our hands on it? Hopefully sometime soon. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on anything. What we do know actually is the price. It starts at a little above 1.4 to about 1.5 and a half, which if you think about it, is in the same category as the Territory. Comparo, anyone? GWM has returned to the country under new management, which means that there's going to be a lot more cars that we're going to see on the road from the side of China. In the sense that we've got crossovers from Haval, such as this and that over there. They've even got pickup trucks in the form of a Cannon, this beautiful blue machine right here. Now, currently, we are negotiating to get our hands on these vehicles as soon as possible, but I'm sure that if you comment down below on the video and make sure that the people of GWM hear your plea to get us these cars as soon as possible, then we'll get them on behind the wheel quick, fast, and in a hurry. The Ioniq 5 we know, the Ioniq 5 we love, the Ioniq 5 we actually have a walk around of, and I'm sure that the links are somewhere found down below. Now, on another video while we were in Korea, I said that the Ioniq 6 was coming to the country. Who knew that today would be the day? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ioniq 6, the same one that we saw in Korea. A couple of quick specs for you. Horsepower, 245. Newton meters of torque, 350. Range, over 540 kilometers on a single charge. Now, this particular unit that they're going to be bringing in will be the two-wheel drive with 20-inch wheels on them. Yep, 20-inch wheels. Now, the main shape of the body is so that it will reduce drag, so that it actually can reach over the 540 kilometers of range that it is. Now, when we're going to get our hands on it, I don't know. The other thing that I need to tell you is the price, which I'm sure a lot of people want to know. I will say that it's around about 4 million Philippine pesos. The Stargazer, we've featured on our YouTube channel. We even drove it in Cebu. This is exactly what we have here. But in this particular model, there's something a little bit different. And it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. Let me show you. The difference being is that, well, the Stargazer, I'm sure you know, is a 7-seater. This is actually a 6-seater. Check it out, it's got captain's chairs. This will be made available a little later this year in the country. The price will be a little bit more than just what you ask for, what they ask for rather, for the premium of the Stargazer. But really, these look to be extremely comfortable. How do you bend the, where? There it is. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, check that out. And then the space, bam! That's probably Jack's driving position. Oh, ballin', play it. Hey, I like this, huh? This is nice. This makes the car very premium. I like it. New to the country is the brand Jetour, a Chinese brand that has hit the ground running with so many vehicles on display here at the 2023 Mias. They've got compacts, subcompacts, crossovers, including the one right behind me, which is the Dashing. Comes in at just above 1.3 million Philippine pesos, 150 plus horsepower, 230 Newton meters of torque. Quite interesting. But the one car that I'm really interested in is this Caco-sized automobile. It's called the Ice Cream. Comes in at just 699,000 Philippine pesos. This is one car I definitely want to get my hands on, only because it's probably the only car inside this auto show that doesn't make me look like a gnat. Mitsubishi hasn't launched anything new this 2023, but they have promised to launch 5 cars by the year 2030. On this particular booth for the 2023 Mias, you have the Expander Cross, which if you'd like to see a video on, we have the link somewhere down below. We have drives, walkarounds, and whatnot on it. Well, what they have on display is this particular machine right here, which you really can't miss. Now, this is inspired by the fact that they are the champions of the Asia Cross Country Rally for 2022. And really, amongst all the other cars in here, which do look great, it's kind of tough to miss this automobile. While Nissan doesn't exactly have a grand reveal, they do have the Leaf on display here in Mias with a slightly new face and new wheels too. Also on display is this great mock-up here of exactly what e-Power is, where you have a fuel tank, you have a lightweight battery, and you do have an engine. The engine actually acts like a generator, which then powers the battery, which then it's an all-electric vehicle that puts it all along. To learn more about that, head on over to our YouTube channel, where we actually took the Nissan Kicks out for a drive to Misibis Bay. A good 500 kilometers, a drive that Jack will never forget, like ever. Debuted at Peugeot is the E2008. The electric counterpart of the ever-popular crossover, which is the 2008. Now, I don't have prices for you, but I can tell you that under the hood, this electric vehicle packs 134 horses, 260 Newton meters of torque, and has a range of 320 kilometers. Now, I said I can't tell you what the price is, so essentially, this car is priceless. I'm not wrong. I'm not right, but I'm also not wrong. I can't wait to get my hands on this. This is the updated Subaru Evoltus. Underneath, you've got a flat 4, not an inline 4. You've got a flat 4 that produces 256 horses and 370 Newton meters of torque with a 2.4-liter engine. I don't know if I said that already. There's a lot of updates on this car. Outside, like the grille is just so much bigger. Inside too, there is an update. Check this out. Because inside, you might expect a 7-seater automobile. This is actually a 6-seater because it's got captain's chairs. Now, the other thing that I love about the Subaru is the fact that this automobile is an all-wheel drive, meaning if you point this car in any direction, all 6 passengers are just gonna go, go, go. Nice! It is the end of a very long day, a very satisfying day. We're here at the MG booth. This is where I'm going to end my day. They're not launching anything new per se, but an old friend of ours, the MG GT, in the same color that we drove it in, is here. And I gotta say, I still do adore this automobile up against the M-Pow when we did the comparo. The links, I'm sure, are somewhere down below. And that was our winner. So, no spoilers there. My winner, sorry, not exactly everybody's winner, but that was my winner. Look, as great as it was being here in the show, I'd like to say thank you to all the people that came up to us and wanted to take photos with me and Jack. It was such an honor. It was so humbling. Thank you for that. And for those that weren't able to join Mias this year, come see Mias this year, we hope to see you next year, because no matter how good looking the cars are on the screen, on your phones or on your computers, trust me, they look so much better in the flesh. And we'd like to meet you. Enough said. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you next year. Take care, everyone. Man,
you sound so tired.
I'm a bit tired, dude. That's a lot of ground. Let's go home.